UPS going on strike. I know, I retweeted it. I'm super stoked. We're getting closer and closer to like some big ass, basically general strikes. Although I will say this, man, it's so fucked up. You know, there's SAG-AFTRA, which is the Hollywood Actors Union, and there's Unity, which is the British Actors Union. But Britain has a law that prevents Unity from striking, like a sympathy strike, striking with SAG-AFTRA. They literally are not allowed to. So Britain is literally like open for business, and now they're just making like more Bridgerton and shit. Like, there's so many loopholes in different countries that these streaming companies are using to just pump out more content because they can't make it in Hollywood. And it's frustrating me because it's bad for actors globally, but it's annoying. Did you see Zuck's tweet about rebranding to Twitter? No, link me. Zuck actually tweeted about it? Oh. That's not real, is it? Is this real? Someone confirm. There's no way this is real. We're rebranding Threads to Twitter? Bro, he's become a better poster, I will say. I think he just fucked up by coming out too early. If he had just waited till it was ready to go, the day one launch, you got the 100 million quick. It's a good app. It's got more of that juice. Because I like the idea of Threads, and I still look at both, but Threads is just more boring, bro. I have to call it as it is. It's just more boring, and so it's so millennial coded. Yeah, it does feel. But even as a millennial, dude, like, it didn't even have any hilarious sorting hat memes. It had, I didn't have anyone talking about whether or not I'm Gryffindor or anything. So I just hope they can sharpen up a bit and get a better algo, you know, a more chronological algo, and I think it could be saved. Best tweets will now be best Xeets. Oh dear God. Oh dear God. Oh dear God. I don't know what they're gonna call tweets. Whatever it is, it'll sound stupid. God damn. Tweets is such a good. It's like it makes sense. Like a little bird Twitter. It's a short message. It like was good branding. It made sense. People liked it. Best exes. You're gonna. So if you hate someone's tweet, now you hate someone's exes. That's weird. I hate your exes, dude. That sounds bad. Do you think Blue Sky is something real or it's cope? I think Blue Sky is like a kindergartner in a UFC match. You know what I'm saying? Especially that TikTok's involved. TikTok, Meta, Elon Musk, and fucking Jack Dorsey's side project, Blue Sky. I don't think they have a chance, but do you think Elon might reverse the rebrand? Dude, it would. It's gonna be so embarrassing. Because he went so all in. Like, the smart decision would be to do that. To be like, April Fool's late. Whatever, I was joking. Like, I don't know, to do something, but he's not going to. I think he's too stubborn. And he's not even the CEO. That's the crazy thing is I feel bad for Linda Yaccarino, who's the CEO of the company, who should be able to tell him, no, this is a bad idea. But she can't, because he's running the company, even though he said he's not. He has reversed big unpopular decisions before. Yes, he has. But again, when you blowtorch the name off the company, like off the building, it sends a message. Like that's more permanent. I don't know. He might reverse it, he might not. But I think it's really dumb, and I think he's kind of stubborn about it. She was hired to be a scapegoat. I think she was hired to help get Tesla stock up. Because Tesla investors were getting mad that he was spending all his time on Twitter. So he said, don't worry, I'm going to step down. Once I run the beginning, we'll get a new CEO and I'll focus on Tesla, which he did. He gave it over the reins to her, but then never stopped talking about Twitter. He like at no point did he stop talking about Twitter and go back to talking about Tesla. So it's a bit of a bait and switch. Oh, by the way, I don't know if this is a Grimes thing or not, but his child with Grimes is also named X. Like it's XAE or whatever, but he calls the child X. Calls him X. So, like, what is his deal with X? It's not a good brand. It's something called a mental disorder. I don't know, bro. Like I say over and over again, I think Elon Musk is a serial overpromiser, but we lived, especially in the past 10 years, in an environment of zero interest rates, free money, where, like, telling a good story was a great skill. So as much as I want to call him, like, a bit of a con artist, he's kind of responding to incentives in the market. You tell a big story, everyone gets excited, they give you a bunch of money, you try to make it happen, you get as close as you can, whatever, and then you just pretend you didn't say what you said. Some people did it well, some people did it badly, like the Theranos lady. But that's what worked for the past 10 years. I don't necessarily blame him for lying over and over again. It's what he's got to do to raise money. And he made himself the richest man in the world off that. And Tesla at least makes cars that some people like and they sell. But the Twitter stuff has been 100% bad. And I don't think you can call yourself a reasonable person and not a fanboy if you don't agree that like Twitter is just, this can't have been 5D chess, dude. It's just bad. It's just dumb. It's crazy they called it fucking tweets and got people to actually call it that. Yeah, it's like changing Googling. You're exactly right. It's like changing the word Google or Xerox. If you're one of the rare, or Band-Aid, imagine Band-Aid changing their name. It's fucking ridiculous. If you ever are lucky enough as a company to have your brand become cultural lingo, it's so powerful. On Threads, calling them Threads feels weird. They want to be their tweets. They should be called tweets. People call them tweets. And so to ruin that, to make them fucking exes is just crazy. It's crazy. I thought the rate limit was going to be the dumbest thing I'd ever see from Elon Musk in regards to Twitter. I really did. I thought you couldn't get dumber than like rate limiting your own users and passing it off as a benefit. But changing the entire branding is crazy. I just don't know what you spent the money on. What will Twitter Blue change to? X Blue, I guess. I don't know. Dude, make it X Red and try to fucking really just lean into the porn stuff. Forgot about SpaceX. Oh, he's done it. He named his kid with Grimes X. He's got SpaceX. He's been doing it for every company, company after company. There's like the Model X, right? Yeah, he's just been doing X stuff. He likes it. He's got a ton of ex-wives. Damn, I should have included that in the marketing money. That's funny. That's fucking funny. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like so Fedora posting, dude. X is not a cool letter. It seems cringy. Trying to force an X and everything and put like this weird all black. It just feels fucking Fedora pilled. It just, Twitter pre-Elon was slow to release features because they quickly figured out they didn't know what the sauce was that made Twitter work. So they wanted to make sure they didn't break something. I think that's a nice way to say they were very cushy and lazy. I think Twitter was a company that didn't care about growing or making. It was like a side project for Jack Dorsey, who never showed up. And when the CEO never shows up, the executives aren't really under a fire to do anything. They don't care. And if they don't care, their direct reports don't care. And if their direct reports don't care, then nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? The whole company is kind of like, there's no urgency for anything because nobody cares. Nobody's gonna lose their job. Everyone's just chilling. They're break even on cash. They sit there. They do useless decisions. I visited Twitter office a bunch of times. I saw a bunch of people having a great time eating very fancy catered lunches every day. It was a beautiful, gorgeous office, tons of free food, 50-cent tweet on the walls, but they weren't doing anything. Nobody was working. It was a fucking adult daycare. I bet right now all of those framed tweets on the wall are replaced with Elon tweets. Or X's, I'm sorry. Elon X's. Imagine saying, did you see this X this guy did? IMO pretty dumb, but this Elon guy is rich, so it must be genius. Fuck. I forgot that he's rich. Wait a minute. Retract everything I said. He's rich. He's like really rich. He's richer than Jeff Bezos. He's got it. Rich equals smart, bro. Fuck. I'm an idiot, dude. Bezos is broke now. He's not even top 5. I think he is top 5, and I wouldn't call him broke. Just to be honest with you, I very much doubt that Jeff Bezos is broke. Although when he talks to his tax accountant, he certainly is. Because Jeff Bezos is a pioneer of the strategy where you take out a massive loan for all your spending money. And so at the end of the year, you say you're in debt. And you basically have no income. And the loan has almost no interest rate because you're, again, the richest man in the world. It's secured against your stock. Bezos pays less money than his fucking secretary in taxes. I used to think he was the real Tony Stark. Now I realize he's just as stupid as me. I think he's stupider. Here's what I think. I'm going to be very generous here, but I'm going to be honest. He has done some things very well, and they're skills that are valuable. I think the ability to get people excited about an idea, to sell people on an idea, is a skill. It's a power. He's a great salesman. He's honestly, or at least was. I feel like he's lost some of his skill. His promises don't have the same hit. After Twitter, his promises to me sound stupider. But for a while, from like 2014, in that era, like he was very capable of like getting everyone excited about an idea. He controlled his image better. And in that time, that's a very valuable skill because you can raise money, infinite amount of money. I mean, it's an incredible way to just increase the value of whatever you're pumping. He did it for fucking Dogecoin, dude. He could pump. He's just good at that. And so I think he's abused that power for too long, and it's getting less and less powerful. Being a con man shouldn't be a skill in any economy. I agree with you in theory. I think ideally we live in a world where money isn't free to borrow, and so the fucking biggest storytellers get the most money. I think the best builders should get the most money. But unfortunately, we don't live in that world for the past 20 years, so...